Phil Matthew coming to you from Unlocking Your Potential, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. And the question today is, what do I need to do to have a better business? And I'll get to that shortly, because there's a couple of questions that we could ask ourselves, or questions I ask myself almost every day, is that, what am I, or where's the growth, in what I'm doing? And what am I doing to evolve my thinking? I think they're really, good, strong questions that can challenge us. As far as where's the growth in what I'm doing, it sort of leads to other questions and other statements. The only thing that can grow is the thing that you give your attention to. I think it was Emerson said that. And of course, if you have a poor attitude to growth, then it means that you're not really going to grow that much, doesn't it? So the question of what can I do to have a better business, a couple of things I think about is leverage. I love the idea of leverage, and one of the first times I thought about that is my dad said to me that it's easier to draw a hole than dig a hole. And whilst on the surface that doesn't sound, mind-boggling, he's really just talking about the energy, involved. It just it's harder to dig a hole, than draw a hole. So that's an interesting one. When I talk to people about, what their best investment, what would be the best investment that they've ever had, a lot of people will reply, oh, their house. They say that their house, it's the best investment they've ever made in this world of, getting ahead financially. And makes me think, okay, well, if that's the best investment that you've ever made, why haven't you bought another house? And I think that's an interesting question to ponder. And the other thing is that some people might say, oh, well, the best thing, the best investment is education. And so then that makes me think about, well, what are you educating yourself on now? And quite often people, once they go through the traditional, ordinary, standard elementary education system, it just stops. Even if people are doing MBAs and masters after that, what are they doing? And it leads to another question, and the question is, where does everything come from? Like, what I mean by that is, when you think about everything that you've got, whether it be materially, mentally, where does it come from? And what I think about is that it comes from a thought. You have to think it first. It has to come from somewhere, and you have to have that thought. And so it makes me think that if it is that, if you'd agree with me there, then doesn't it make sense that, well, why wouldn't you invest in your thinking? Like, if your thinking's got you where you are now, you mightn't be happy with it. Well, you need to improve your thinking. But let's say you are happy with it. Then again, well, it comes from your thoughts. So doesn't it make sense that, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, that, you can improve, your thinking? Where are you, and how would you rate yourself, on your thinking? And so the good news is that, you can actually evolve that, and you can actually grow that, and you can take it up a notch and another notch and another notch. The reason I say that is because the mind is infinite. And so the thing as well is, if we're going to do better, if we're going to make it, let's say financially, the people that do all the statistics, it's like about a 1 in 5, which is it's like 1 in 5. It means that sort of ratio means that 19 people are not going to make it. Out of 20 people, 19 people are not going to make it, and one person's going to make it. We're talking financially here. And so the question you've got to ask yourself is, what are you doing that the other 19 are not doing? That's how skinny, the odds are, basically. So Bob Proctor, one of my mentors, he said an interesting thing one day. He said that the general public don't spend money on the development of their mind. He said they'll spend money on their skidoo, their bedroom, their backyard, buying a car, but they won't spend money on the development of their mind. And he said, unbeknownst to them, it's their mind that has given them everything that they've got so far, which sort of leads back to what I was saying, earlier. And I just think that's an interesting thing. Quite often, the obvious is not so obvious. Does that mean that it basically means there's a level of stupidity amongst all of us. I have my own stupidities as well, and that's really just relating to the fact that you have this knowledge. There's what they call a knowing-doing gap. You'll hear people say, I know, but the difference is in the doing. And so therefore, that's what I think is stupidity, is but you don't do. And we all have, on a scale of 1 to 10, levels of stupidity, meaning we know things, but we just don't do them. So there's a series of thoughts, a series of ideas that you can ponder. If you've liked that, consider maybe giving it a like, social media protocols. And there's also some nice information around this if you're looking to get more information, or you're looking to personally catch up on a call. So I'll leave that with you, and have a great day. Bye.